Here's why Ibrahim Traore is posing such a big problem for the West and why they want rid of him. Because this guy's doing what a leader should do. He's protecting African people and he's protecting African resources. Take a look at what Ibrahim Traore has done since he was elected in 2023. He's increased the GDP of Burkina Faso from 18.8 billion to 22.1 billion. He reduced the salaries of ministers by 30% and increased the salary of civil servants by 50%. He made Burkina Faso a debt-free country. Now think about what our government is doing to farmers in the UK, and then look at what Ibrahim Traore has done for farmers in his country. He bought them 400 tractors, 239 tillers, 710 motorbikes, 714 pumps, which meant the production of millet, rice, tomatoes and cotton rose by millions of tons. But the main reason why they want rid of Ibrahim Traore is because he's banned the colonial exploitation from France and the West, who for years have kept Africa poor and weak by exploiting the minerals. All the gold, oil, platinum, diamonds, all these precious minerals have been extracted from Africa. The African people have been paid pennies, and that's what's keeping them poor. Now he's a problem, he's a terrorist, and the West have to go in and help Burkina Faso. Just like we went in and helped Palestine, we went in and helped Syria, just like we went in and helped Libya. They destroy the infrastructure and destroy the lives of the people so they can get what they want, line their own pockets and have complete control of how the world works. And if Ibrahim Traore, God willing, stays alive and succeeds, this is a big problem for the New World Order moving forward. It means no one world government. It means no one world currency, because if you can't control Africa, you can't control the world. So this is why we need to pray for this man. This is why we need to keep him alive. And this is why we don't believe anything we see on the mainstream media about him being a problem, a terrorist, an extremist, someone with empathy, someone with courage, someone who's willing to die for his people for what he believes in.
This is not just about one man, it's a global awakening. People are not blind and the world has seen this playbook before. They want to eliminate one of the boldest African leaders, the son of the soil, Ibrahim Traore. To the French President, Mr. Macron, to the American President, Donald Trump, and to General MICHEAL, Langley, please leave Ibrahim Traore alone. Hands off Ibrahim Traore. This man has done a lot of wonders in Burkina Faso. He picked Burkina Faso from zero, and now Burkina Faso is one of the countries that is being emulated by almost everyone in the world. It's a time that we stand up as youths and we defend him. Let us not witness the kind of things that happen to some of the leaders like Thomas Sankara, Kwame Nkrumah, Patrick Lumumba. Let's defend Ibrahim Traore. And I love the fact that Black Americans are standing with us in this. The Caribbeans are with us in this. Some of the Europeans are standing with us in this. And even the white people are with us in this. I really salute you all for standing with Africans. It's a time for revolution and freedom is coming. So guys, welcome back and let's dive in.
Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, he's been in the news again recently. Now to explain this, I'm going to have to give you a little bit of a crash course in Burkina Faso history. So he took power of Burkina Faso in 2022 in what the Western media call a military coup, but what many Africans and many people in Burkina Faso call a revolution. You see, Burkina Faso was, it used to be anyway, a French colony. Now, it got its independence as the Republic of Upper Volta in 1960. However, the French never really went away. And like many other colonies that France had in Africa, they made Burkina Faso use their CFA franc, their French franc, which France doesn't even use anymore. And as a result of that, Burkina Faso had to go through French banks. And the French banks then could basically buy the resources from Burkina Faso at pennies on, well, the franc, which is quite a lucrative deal when you consider that Burkina Faso is Africa's fourth biggest producer of gold. And he made it his aim when he came to power to basically kick the French out and take control over the gold reserves in Burkina Faso. And guess what? It's exactly what he did. I mean, not only was it unfair that the French could basically have control over those reserves, buy the gold at a knockdown price, and have their French companies mine the gold and refine it and not pay any tax in that country whatsoever, but also they weren't giving back anything to the people of Burkina Faso. He didn't just take control of the mining though, oh no, he took control of the refining of it as well, built the factories, and this is him just a few months ago getting delivery of their first gold bars. But that's not all he's done in the last 3 years. He has completely and utterly revolutionised the farming industry and the agricultural industry in Burkina Faso. I've heard stories of them even giving students, agricultural students, all the land and the equipment and the seeds they need to start growing food for their own population. And while other dictators, if you want to call him that, the West certainly do, travelling the world by private jet, you know, fighting climate change, he's basically going up and down the country, meeting the people who are helping him change the course of Burkina Faso. This is him visiting 60 independent female Burkina Faso farmers who've been cultivating tons of different vegetables for their country. He's not just wiped out the entirety of Burkina Faso's foreign debt in just 3 years, he's also made all education 100% free in the country. He also cut the pay of ministers by 30%. There was a lot of corruption in Burkina Faso. But he's also increased the salaries of workers by 50% in that time. He's basically done more in 3 years than every one of the politicians in the UK have done in my entire lifetime. Which is probably why democracy is coming for him by the look of it. These are the pictures of French, let's call them organic, protests calling for the arrest of Traore because, get this, they say he's a dictator. No problem with Saudi Arabia or any of the other dictatorships around the world, but no, he's a dictator, the guy who's bringing food and farming and agriculture and wealth to his country. And of course, where there's resources in the world, there's the good old United States of America. This is General Michael Langley of AFRICOM, and he's had something to say about Ibrahim Traore just recently. Take a listen.
Absolutely, Chairman. I see this and I don't mind calling them out, but Captain Traore and Burkina Faso, as they know that both, whether it's their gold reserves, that is all those proceeds are just in exchange to protect the junta regime.
AFRICOM's General Langley there. If you notice, he never did say who the regime were using the gold reserves, their gold, by the way, to protect them from, did he? Any ideas who Burkina Faso, with all that gold, would need protecting from? I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. And you can't say what's happening here is racist or anything like that because it's Africa, because as you can clearly see, General Langley is black. They never do go to tell you that while it's true that Ibrahim Traore cancelled elections in Burkina Faso a year or so ago, they never go on to tell you why. It's because the people didn't want the elections. They wanted him to stop in. He was doing such a great job. And where is it written in stone that every country around the world needs to be a democracy? I mean, I live in an apparent democracy. And it's shit. It really is. According to many reports that I've heard, there have been over a dozen assassination attempts or failed assassination attempts on this guy's life. And it's no wonder. I know a lot of you will be commenting below. I'm getting Colonel Gaddafi vibes here. So you would think that this guy would be scared, right, of, the Western powers doing what the Western powers do. But he has something to say to them. Take a listen.
They will tell us, Thomas Sankara tried to do it like this, but where is he? He is dead. The Haitian president, he tried to do it like this. Where is he? He is dead. Gaddafi tried like this. Where is he? He is dead. These are the veiled statements made to us to instill fear. If we remain in this posture of fear, we will be cowards, and history will judge us. Our children will ask questions. Our grandchildren will ask questions. We are writing history. There is no room for cowardice.
Amazing guy, right? Consider this. He's just 36 years old. Best of luck to you, mate. Best of luck.
France occupied Burkina Faso for generations. They stole gold and uranium, billions of dollars of resources for pennies on the dollar, while the people of Burkina Faso suffered. But Burkina Faso's new revolutionary leader, Captain Ibrahim Traore, says no more. Traore has kicked out all of the French troops from his country in Africa. He has banned exports of gold to Paris, and he has dropped French as the official language of Burkina Faso. It's a total cultural, political, and economic reset. Now, obviously, French President Emmanuel Macron is kind of upset with all of this. He has made his position known. And President Traore beautifully responded. He said, if anyone is ungrateful, it is him, Emmanuel Macron. France exists today thanks to our ancestors. They should pray for us. And Burkina Faso is making it clear that this is not about some attack on France. This is about independence and sovereignty. Just last week, Burkina Faso's President Traore decided to release 4 French spies who were guilty of attempting to commit a coup against the president, Captain Ibrahim Traore, in 2022. The message is clear. Burkina Faso is not the pawn of France or the Dutch or the United States anymore, but forgiveness is also at the heart of their revolution. Traore says that this is not just a split, it is a revolution with global ripples. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Apparently Trump works for French bankers now. He's threatening to arrest Ibrahim Traore. You ought to know who he is. He's the youngest president in the world. He's the president of Burkina Faso, and he has been wrapping up the French Empire in Africa. The French are still looting Africa through the banking system, through ownership of all the natural resources in Africa, and they've been straight looting the place. And this guy's been leading the charge to not do that shit anymore. Trying to opt this guy like he was Fidel Castro. I should tell you something. It's probably doesn't seem to be very well known in the world media, but this is one of the most significant dudes in the world right now.
The rise of Pan-Africanism is no longer just a dream. It's happening right now. This is the new era. Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana some years back tried to warn us. He told us that if we are not united, they are going to interfere with us militarily. And it's happening. They want to use a general from the United States, MICHEAL Langley, to eliminate Ibrahim Traore, one of the boldest African leaders that many have emulated right now. But Africans said enough is enough. They have used us for quite a long period of time. They have exploited our resources. Now is a time for us to unite together as Africans to defend and to protect one of our own brothers, Ibrahim Traore. And I'm so impressed by the fact that majority of the Black Americans are standing with us. Some of the white people are standing with us in this together. The Caribbeans are with us together. This is a global war. If they try to do this, it's like the beginning of the World War III, and we don't want this to happen. They try to tell Ibrahim Traore that Thomas Sankara tried this way, but where is he? He's gone. Muammar Gaddafi tried this way. Where is he? He's gone. Then they threatened Ibrahim Traore. Let me tell you something. That was back in the days, during the times of Muammar Gaddafi, during the times of Thomas Sankara. But now, the youth are woke. We are not going to allow this to happen. It has happened several times that they want to misuse our resources, then start claiming that Africa is a poor country. Now that they can't use our uranium to enrich their weapons, they want to enforce a coup d'etat to eliminate Ibrahim Traore. You know what has been happening in most of the African countries? Some of the leaders, they like corrupt activities. And when some of the Western leaders see that these leaders in Africa like being corrupt, that's how they will misuse them easily. But they found out that Ibrahim Traore is such a bold leader who is fighting these corrupt activities because he picked Burkina Faso when the corrupt activities were at the peak, when the political tension was at the peak in Burkina Faso. But now, being that there is free healthcare, there is free education, the roads are being constructed, and he refused to make a deal with them just because they want to use the gold from Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traore has done a lot to the Burkinabes. Now they are seeing that this man is just a young man, and many people are being emulated with how he's working. They want to finish him. They want to unalive him. And the president of Ivory Coast tried to plan a military coup to do away with Ibrahim Traore. You know, right now, almost everyone is awake. Tell me, do you admire Ibrahim Traore to be one of your leaders? Because Africans want him to be the king of Africa. We want him to be our president. Because we are so tired of being misused, our leaders are so corrupt. They are getting money, but they are pocketing it instead of benefiting the whole country. Now Ibrahim Traore is constructing houses in Burkina Faso so that the rate of homelessness can be reduced. But if you go to other African countries, you will find that a lot of people are homeless. But now Burkina Faso is rising. Some of the Western leaders are against it because he constructed a tomato paste industry that they can get their tomato paste. Now the president of France, Macron, has seen that there are no tomato paste that will be imported directly to Burkina Faso. He's getting angry. Ibrahim Traore, I know one day he will even eliminate French language in Burkina Faso because majority of them speak French. But guys, tell me, what has Ibrahim Traore done to these people that is making them to try eliminate him? Why do they want to unalive him the way they did to Thomas Sankara? We don't want back then where blood was shed so that we can fight for our freedom. Now, even if there will be bloodshed, we will have to protect our brother Ibrahim Traore because enough is enough. We have faced a lot, and African leaders, this is the time that you should wake up and protect this leader. Don't lie low to the Western leaders who want to exploit us. You know, Africa is full of resources. If they come and take our resources to enrich themselves, then claim that Africa is poor, this is not going to happen. And to my brothers and sisters from America, from Caribbean, from Asia, from Europe, who are standing together with Africans right now to protect Ibrahim Traore, I really appreciate that. This is the time. Revolution will not just be televised, it will be lived. So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Are you standing with Ibrahim Traore? Are you defending and protecting him? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Until next time guys, see you on my next episode. Bye.